We've come down here to try and get a better understanding of the baboons that are in our care. A lot of the baboons are Cape baboons, and it's very important to me to know what their natural forage is and try and supplement their diet with what they are used to eating. There is such a plight down here. There are no rehab centres for them to go to. Baboons are seen as a pest. The farmers shoot them. They don't realise that there's a baby. They take in the baby's there for a week or two, and then they realise that it's a menace. And that baby gets treated wrongly. They need to be with other baboons. You can teach baboons to live in a family way again.
We are so grateful for PrimeCrew. It's an incredibly time-consuming job and one of great passion and love to bottle feed and hand raise these babies and to give them a start so they may be able to hopefully be released into the wild one day.
It starts off when they come in as orphans, that they are raised as babies, and as soon as they are able to hold their bottle, feed themselves, we then start putting them into smaller enclosures that they're safe, but they are more caged, that they can interact with other babies. And then we take older babies that are a little bit more maternal and we let them start playing there. And then they start forming the family troop, much as like when you go and you play with your cousins and your older siblings. We take them and we put them into the second phase, which would still be a caged environment, but a lot bigger, and there's a lot less human contact. So that'll be more a hands-off phase. The third and final phase before freedom would be this, and they would then come in here and no human contact at all, apart from coming in to do general maintenance, and then the person that's feeding them in the day.
The minute that door opened, they all came rushing out. They're a very young population, and so they're quite excited, trying to figure out what they can and cannot eat, and to see the sheer look of joy on their faces for this new setting. They've also created a lovely pond in there, so the individuals began swimming. It was phenomenal.
It was very emotional. I was very emotional, but it was a very good feeling just to see them running around and knowing that their next step is freedom, to know that they're going to be wild one day.
PrimeCrew did a phenomenal job. I mean, first off, the enclosures that they've created and the natural space within the enclosures are amazing.
The main thing that we try and do over here is we try and put them in the semi-wild, that they can live as wild a life as possible without being caged.
They're all starting to gradually make their way. They know the shrubs and stuff like that. A lot of them were pets originally, but they can be rehabilitated.
What we do is all self-funded. We have some volunteers that come in. We have volunteers from overseas that come and work for the baboons. We have a couple of people, Baboon Matters, that are very, very much part of what we do and back us a hell of a lot.
I have some ideas about techniques that we can use. In particular, I'm interested in conditioned taste aversion, and I think that this is the perfect opportunity to work with young individuals and help them live peacefully with the farmers, because you'll always have that kind of conflict.
We do have a release site that we've managed to secure, which is 2,500 hectares, but there's only 21 baboons in that troop. So hopefully we'll be able to speak to the owner of the land and possibly do a double release, and with Chloe's troop of only being 12, we can then hopefully let De Niro's troop and Chloe's troop then go off at different spots on the farm. There should be enough place for all of them. The work that Baboon Matters does is amazing, and I think it's great that they do it throughout the country and don't just keep it to the Cape. Hiya, Johnny.
I'd like to see that there was some kind of protection for the baboons, instead of people like ourselves, Baboon Matters, who actually have to push to try to protect them. I mean, The thing is, you look at the country itself and looking from an outsider's point of view, people come to South Africa for the wildlife.
We need as much awareness for these animals as possible. Johnny, this is really important, okay?